Yo, yo. What is good, guys? How's it going? How's everyone doing? Yo, good afternoon, Abby, Dexter, Elizabeth. How's it going? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're from. Hope you're having a good day, wherever you are, whatever time it is for you. Hope you're having a good day so far. Hey, Lennon. Hey, Scott. W in the chat. Hey, Abby. Yeah, it's going crazy today, guys. Tons and tons of wins in the private group. Yes, Dan, how's it going, lad? Mike, Michael, Roland, good afternoon from Costa Rica. Good afternoon, Michael, Mike, HT, how's it going? How's everyone doing? Like up the stream if you're ready to get started, guys. How's it going? As always, you know, the YouTube business, like the stream, subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, Trump speech today. Okay, let's go to the fundamentals very quickly. We're going to check what's going on here. We do have red folder news, so if we see any setups, we can take them. We've got that volume. We definitely have that volatility leading into the Trump speech. Hey, Patricia. Right then, get started, guys. Nice to see everyone here on a Thursday afternoon. Right, we got Trump's speech. All right, we're going to get started now, okay? Good day, Marilyn. Good day to you too. Let's get started, okay? Jumping right in. Obviously, we start with the fundamentals. That's probably the most important thing. Once we got that out the way, we then look at the technicals and see what's going on there. But focusing purely on the fundamentals today, okay? Focusing purely on that right now. You can see what's going on here. We got 1:30 Canadian news, USD news as well. And that's already been and gone. That's an hour ago. In an hour and a half, at 4 p.m. GMT, an hour and a half, we have Trump speech, okay? This is one of his first speeches outside of Monday. So since he's properly been in office now. He's due to speak at the World Economic Forum, okay? So if you want to track the speech, how do you go about that? What you need to do, if you want to track this speech, because obviously the stream will be done by then, if you want to track the speech in your own time, go to financialjuice.com and that's where you'll see it, okay? So what will happen is, you know, we're chilling now up until 4. At 4 p.m. GMT on the dot, we'll get the speech here. We'll get the most important updates here, okay? If we scroll down, you can see the H1 news release was put on here as well in red. That's the most important stuff. That's the stuff that you really need to focus on. So if you're tracking this speech, if you're trading like for the next 5-6 hours and you want to track the speech, go to financialjuice.com at 4 p.m. and you will be able to track the speech, okay? You'll see the important things that he's saying as it happens. Because obviously on Forex Factory, it doesn't really say the speech. It just says he's speaking. It doesn't tell you what he's saying or any important points of his speech. It just tells you that he is speaking, and it will probably have an effect on the markets. Okay, they don't put every speech on. It says here, only speeches that might have direct market impact are listed on the calendar. So when you see a speech on here, any speech, not just Trump's, any speech really that's red and you want to track it, go to financialjuice.com, track it there, and that'll show you exactly what he's saying and what they're saying as they are saying it, okay? But with that out the way, we can really pretty much just get started on the technicals. Obviously, my journal's linked below. I started this at the start of December, and then we had a break from the 20th up until the 21st, and we're yet to take a trade live. But when we do take a trade live or just in the Discord, it will be put in here as well, okay? That's linked below if you want to check that out. But the fundamentals, nothing to worry about till 4. I'd say we're probably going to stop trading at 3:30 at the latest, okay? Because the volatility, the volume's going to start ramping up towards this. Now, usually, you know, we give it about 15 minutes, but this is a bit bigger. Not only is he the president now, but also it's his first speech outside of Monday. So it's his first proper speech, really. that we've got to look for, or we've got to look out for. So we're going to stop trading by 3:30, okay? 3:30, half an hour before this is released, we're going to stop trading, and we'll track the speech live in the Discord, okay? I think also, before we actually get started with, the technicals and stuff, I think Financial Juice actually allow you to integrate into the Discord, so it just gives you the best headlines as and when you need to know it. If you're interested in that, let me know, and I'll actually just integrate it into the Discord. You're allowed to do that. I've seen it somewhere. I'm not too sure, but it's definitely a thing. And if you want me to, I will figure it out. I think this here. Yeah, see? I think this is the Discord server, though. But it allows you to integrate it into the Discord, so you will, our server will get notified when stuff like this is happening. Either way, I'll be letting you guys know about what's going on in this speech. That's the boring stuff out the way. We've got to do that first. I've said why, gets rid of any bias or allows us to trade without a bias, really. So yeah, let's get into it. We're finishing the market by 3:30, finishing trading by 3:30. But let's look at it. So I think, geez, Bitcoin's pumping up. Look at that. The last 10 minutes, just up. All right. He's probably said something. Here's that trade as well from the other day. I think the reason we didn't take this was because of... The reason we didn't take this trade was because of that unmitigated fair value gap. See, we have the IFVG on the 15 here. We have the IFVG form on the 15, but there's this unmitigated fair value gap and this one right here. So people will see this and see a nice AMD, IFVG setup to take the buy. But there's unmitigated fair value gaps here, so you wouldn't want to take that position. We said that yesterday. We're not going to touch too much on that, but you can see it. I left it there to see how it played out, and it obviously played out as a loss. I didn't take it, though, because there was no red folder news. But this pump is crazy. We've gone from 102 to 104, 700. We've gone up about $2,000. Right, but let's focus on GJ, okay? That's why we're here, really. GJ. So, what's going on? If you watch the first stream, and if you watch the market outlook from Monday night, so the night of the 20th, I think. If you watch the market outlook, you will have seen that I said, if this closes, we're pushing up towards this high. And I've said that all week. We're bullish, okay? That's what's going on here. We're going bullish towards this high over here. We've got to come take this out. So the daily's still bullish. And I think we also have equal highs just underneath it right here. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but we go to the 4 hour and it looks very similar, but slightly bearish, okay? Slightly messy as well, because we took out this high here, which is ERL. We took out this high. We took out this high over here as well. Okay, and we're coming up towards this one, but we took these out, which means we're due a retracement. So at this point in time, when we closed here, I was expecting price to come back down to this imbalance, and we just decided to continue up, focusing purely on that daily bias there. Just kept on pushing up and up and up, taking out this high as well, and this high. We were due a retracement. We have no imbalance, really, other than all the way down here. So there's two possible scenarios for this. We know we're due a retracement. We've got the retracement, but the issue is we will either come all the way down here, which is very unrealistic, or we don't know where we're going to retrace to. Why don't we know where we're going to retrace to? Because this is the only imbalance. After this point, there's no other fair value gaps on the 4 hour. If there was one like here somewhere, we could expect price to come into that and bounce off of it. But there isn't one, okay? So we don't know where price is going to retrace to. All we know is that the daily's bullish. We've also took out a low from the few other candles here. But there's also this low over here, which we might end up taking out. So the 4 hours mixed. The daily's bullish. So we are just going to go with that bullish bias, to be honest with you. Unless the lower time frame, like the 1 hour and stuff, shows a bearish move. But let's see what the 1 hour says. So first things first, we've had a nice move to the upside, yeah? Trying to come up and take that high out. After a big move, what is due? Typically, we will have that accumulation, or in other words, that consolidation after a big move, which is what we've got right now. Okay, so we're in that consolidation. We've just took out a low, which is bullish. Okay. Right, and this is where it gets a little bit messy, okay, guys? Hey, Jovan. Hey, Emma. Hey, Adam. Nice work with that trade. But here's where it gets a little bit messy, okay, guys? So we're going to just go into bar replay very, very quickly to show you this, all right? So there's a high here, all right, and a low here. We take out this high, form an imbalance, which we disrespect eventually, I think, on this candle or the next one. Here, we disrespect it, so what do we do then? We look to come and take out the lows, okay? On our way to take out the low, because we got that IFVG, we take out the low. We also leave behind an imbalance over here, okay? So now we have to retrace back to it, which we've done, which means we then have to come back down and take out the lows again, okay? Which we did. So now we took out these lows, we have to retrace, but the same scenario as the 4 hour. There's no imbalance for us to retrace to. The only thing here is this low over here and this high up here, and no imbalances in between. So if we use the half hour, we can kind of look for one. There isn't one. We use the 15 and look for one, and we go, well, there's one right over here. So realistically, we could look for buys up into this imbalance, okay? But we need that IFVG entry. So if we go back to we go down to the 5 minute, there's no real IFVG entry here at all. Exactly, Abby. IRL. There's no IFVGs. There's no fair value gap, which is a little bit messy. But quick recap, and then we can start looking for positions. So the daily is bullish still. 4 hours slightly mixed because we took out these highs. We need that retracement, but we'd have to come all the way down here, which is very unrealistic. The 1 hour is saying bullish in the consolidation. Okay, the 15 minute is saying this is the imbalance near here. So we either, there's another one right here as well, very small. We either respect this and continue down, or disrespect it and continue up. And there's this one here as well. We did also take out this 15 minute high. So we may retrace back to this. And what we'd want to see, because of this, what we could see on the 5 minute is a push down to this imbalance, then an IFVG form, and we take the buy back up to this imbalance over here. That's what I'd want to see here, okay? We do a retracement back to this imbalance. If we can respect it, we can then use the 5 minute IFVG to take a buy up to this imbalance over here, which the 1 hour has got to come to. So it's like it's a culmination of ERL and IRL and near enough every single time frame, but we also have nice price action like this, okay? And we have the 1 hour consolidation as well. We haven't had a massive move, because if we've just had a massive push up and then we start doing stuff like this, the odds are we'll probably just start consolidating again. Why? AMD. But in this case, we've had that consolidation, so we can look for price to come back down to this imbalance. Then from there, we look for the IFVG to form, take our entry. Stops can go, you know, maybe below this, maybe just a little bit below, depending on how low that wick is when we come to test this. Then we target this, and that's it. That's what we're looking for, about 1.5 maybe. But we'll see how it goes. That's what we want to see. Now, if we, like, because the bias is bullish, that's what we'd prefer to see. But the 4 hours slightly mixed as well. So if we're gonna take buys, these are the two options. We want to see that, or we can inverse this. Okay, we inverse this by closing above it, then kind of consolidate a little tiny bit for like maybe 20 minutes, then push down and get that IFVG form and take a buy. Okay, so we only want to take buys, and these are the ways we're going to trade this. Okay, now this isn't what I'm anticipating. This is what I'm expecting price to do. If price does this is my expectation. So if price does that, we can take the entry, and if it doesn't do that, we just kind of sit here and watch. But it's a little bit messy, a little bit harder to navigate than usual, which is unfortunate. But the daily is bullish. The 4 hours slightly mixed. No fair value gap to retrace to. The 1 hour needs to retrace, but no imbalance to retrace to. There's only this high over here. And there is this one, this fair value gap, but it's mitigated, okay? And it looks like we are trying to push up now. Let's see what the 5 minute says. Okay, so we've come into that imbalance now, so we'd have to inverse that. That's that trade already disqualified. So we'd have to see a close above here now. Maybe something like that. We'll see how it goes. But very hard to navigate. Very, very messy. Very, very messy. But I hope that makes sense. Right, let's look at Bitcoin now. So Bitcoin is just absolutely pushing up. I don't think we're going to catch anything off this. But that bias is still a bit messy. The 4 hour still a little bit messy too. What does gold say? There's a nice move on gold. The bias on gold was bearish. I said this yesterday. Although we could have came back into this imbalance, which we didn't. I said because we took out this high, we needed that retracement back into an imbalance if we're going to continue up sustainably. That looks like what we're getting. A few people in the private group caught that, I think. They caught the move down. Let me know if you're here and caught that. But if you go back to the 4 hour, or go down to the 4 hour, you can see a similar scenario. We took out these highs. We have to come back into this imbalance. Okay? Preferably the discount zone. But it is what it is. I think we should push through this, to be honest with you, and take out this low. To respect that daily and then maybe reverse and push up. But, you know, it's just been pushing up and up and up this month. What is it now? 2.7k. That's crazy. Only like 2 years ago, it was 1.7k. And it was like, it was at the 1k, 1.5k range for a while, like, but recently it's just gone up and up. It's because of the wars, isn't it? You know, in Ukraine, etc. Well, let's see what's going on. So we got the daily bearish, 4 hour bearish still. We got the 1 hour is bullish, back to this imbalance. We could have a nice setup here, guys. We could have a nice setup here. Let's see how this goes. So the 1 hour's come into this imbalance and bounced off of it. Let's see if we formed any imbalances. Ooh. Let's just clean this up a little tiny bit. Okay. So, alright, this looks alright, this, guys. This looks alright. Although we haven't swept the low yet, which is a good thing. We could get in a quick move just to get this low down here. We got the liquidity here. IFVG form. Bearish bias on near enough everything. We'd have to take this high out first, though. Maybe this one. Got an IFVG here. This looks good. 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 It's nice because we haven't swept this low yet. But the 1 minute, we need to come and take a high out first, I think. But the thing that's nice about this is we haven't swept the low. Because if we'd swept the low here, then form the IFVG, you know, we could just fully reverse. But because we have this IFVG over here on the 5, which means we have to come out and take the low, and we haven't done that yet, and on the 5 minute we've opened with no bottom wick. Very, 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 very good sign. All we need is that 1 minute to align there. Just that high that needs taken out. But we don't want to close. We want like a very up and down stop hunt. This could be the move, guys. TP down here. Yeah, I will soon, V Thomas. This could be the move here, guys. Just need that entry. Told you the 1 minute's got to come out and take a high. That's the only thing that was against us there. Let's see if we can get this now. Because if we look at the 5, that's a fresh 5 with no bottom wick. So we really could just take out stop losses here, then push down, make that bottom wick as well. Take out this low. Like, the fact we haven't took this low out is perfect for us. Like, we could get a better entry than, you know, we would have planned. Just got to take this out though. Excuse me. Got all the higher time frames signaling a move down. Got that liquidity over here. Got the IFVG here, which means we have to come out and take ERL. We haven't took ERL yet. That's the thing that's holding us in this, okay? So we can look for an entry. All we need is that 1 minute to just flick up, take the high, reverse and push down. Best case scenario, we make a fair value gap and push straight through it on the 1 minute, and then we take our entry there as well, and that would be like 10-10. Yeah, we'll check Bitcoin soon. Looks like it's pushing up like. Come on. Just need this entry, guys. Need that final box ticked. Everything looks great. Gold, XAU, USD. Come on, gap up. If this wicks up here, and leaves this gap behind, I'm in. Oh, for. Took it out the second I said that. Come on, we want a very quick up, enter, down. The only issue is there's no fair value gaps here. Okay, we took the high now. Can look to enter. That's a 5 min close though above here. $15 min barcode. Might end up pushing deeper into this imbalance, but $4 looks good. Daily looks good. Hourly might push up to here first. This is the issue. 15 min. Decent. Took this high out. 5 min IFVG, but we closed above here. That's annoying. Alright. We're going to give it 5 min. Good afternoon. Curtis. Going to give it 5 min, guys. Only reason I'm saying that is because if this candle closes down here, we might take the entry. If it closes with this imbalance, we can use the IFEG then to take an entry. Okay. Does that make sense? So we took this high out on the 1 min. We're due a retracement. So we might push down a little bit. But really, if we close, right, validating this let's just, if we close right with this fair value gap right here, if we close below that and we validate it, we can take an entry there, like this. Why are we shorting even though we're just bouncing off of a 4-hour fair value gap and daily as well? Daily? Gotta go lower. Gotta go a lot lower than that, mate. It's gotta go a lot lower than that. Same for the 4-hour as well. We're not in the trade though. Don't get confused. Just waiting for that entry. Took the high on the 1 min there. No imbalance really though. I suppose it's this. But we've already mitigated that. I was looking on the 15-minute chart of gold. Is a bearish for that option. I want to see how it reacts. There, I think at 2751. Yeah. That's what I was talking about before. Like we may end up pushing deeper into this imbalance before continuing down on the 1 hour, especially when we just took the low out. It was close. Just gotta wait for that proper entry. That's why I don't rush into it, guys. Right, let's get off the 1 min. We're gonna stick on the 5, alright? I'm gonna stay on here. I'm gonna keep all these lows and stuff. Right, so got rid of that high time frame, the daily imbalance. We don't need it on our chart. We know it's there. Okay? It doesn't need to be there. It's just going to overwhelm us. Now we move to something else. All right, let's have a look at Bitcoin. Someone speaking about that before. Yeah, so we just had a massive push up. Look at this. Simple. We just consolidated. It looks like someone said something like we just pushed straight up. Now we're looking to either continue this or probably just consolidate next. Let's look on Twitter. See if someone said something. Doesn't seem non-trending. Here we go. So apparently, right. Apparently, this is why we've just pumped up. Okay. Let's see if we can get this up. Let's pull this up. going to show you exactly why it's just pumped up. So basically, apparently there's a strategic reserve, a Bitcoin reserve, similar to gold. And it's an executive order. I'm going to pull this up and show you what I mean. See this? Trump to announce Bitcoin strategic reserve today. US pro-crypto senator Cynthia just posted this on Twitter. Massive rally is coming. Big things incoming. And it's used the Bitcoin symbol there. See that on the B? I don't know if my mouse is seen on the screen. On the B here, Bitcoin. So that's why we've just pumped up there, guys. Buy the hype, sell the event. Yep, exactly, Emma. So you buy the hype. So if you really wanted to do this, that's why we just pumped up. You buy the hype, and then when it gets announced, with Bitcoin, it's a bit different. Because Bitcoin, you'd never really want to sell Bitcoin. But in crypto, you'd buy the hype and sell the event. So we could buy the hype here. There's no point in us buying anymore until we push down to this or something. But we buy the hype and sell the event. So we could just buy and hold until 4. Not really. Not really. I used to use EMA as an added confluence just when I was kind of looking for extra confluences, but no, I stopped. It doesn't work really. I use trendline liquidity sometimes. I don't use trend lines. I don't trade them, but I can if we're taking a trade and there's a trendline liquidity, I'll show you it. So you kind of use trend lines for the liquidity, but I don't use AMAs as much, Jeff. Oh, we are. Oh, we are. This is perfect, guys. This is perfect, perfect, perfect. Exactly what I wanted to see here. If we invest this, we could take the entry. 27 seconds left as well. Let's see how this goes. I want a proper close. I don't want a technical. We have to zoom in and analyze. I want a proper close. Come on. Let's have a look at GJ. If this closes in here, we're going to move to GJ, guys. See if we can get anything on here. Alright, not looking good. Someone say this was bouncing off a CISD. I swear I've seen a comment. Unless he deleted it. Well, we'll come back here in 5 min. We'll look at this in 5 min. GJ. Nice. We respected this. So we wouldn't want to have took that anyway. Good move though. GJ is on the move. Nothing we want to trade though, because we were only looking for buys here, guys. So not the best. Got a nice AMD though. Nice AMD. No IFVG and not in confluence with our bias. so that's annoying. Bitcoin's chilling. See, we're just going sideways now, guys. You know why? Because we just had a big push up. Now, in the announcement that he makes, we might get a push. Like, what could happen, right? The way this could work is if he's like talking about Bitcoin, like he doesn't announce that reserve that we've just seen on Twitter that one of the senators announced. If he doesn't, like, leading up to the announcement, if he just goes like, Bitcoin's great, I love Bitcoin, you know, like, yeah, Bitcoin's great, I love Bitcoin. I don't know what else he'd say. That's like, to me, that's something he would say. So if he says something along those lines, you know, like pro Bitcoin, talking about Bitcoin in a good way, it will push it up. Then he'll announce it. We might get the initial push, but we might just reverse after. But then, like this, the way this would happen, obviously that's good for Bitcoin. So it'll be like this. Oh, Bitcoin's great. Bitcoin's amazing. I love Bitcoin. By the way, we're doing a Bitcoin reserve. You know, we might go like boom, boom. And then, you know, a few days later, we'll continue that push up because obviously that's great for Bitcoin. And then also, as they're buying the Bitcoin, it will just slowly push it up. Bitcoin is the future. You're right there, Emma. I agree. He's got his own coin, hasn't he? I think we spoke about that yesterday, but I haven't seen much since that. Here we are. See, we're pushing down again, all the way down. Jeez. Alright. Straight back down. Oh, we are. Gold looking good. Gold's looking good. GJ doing its thing. Let's look at gold. Gold's looking good here, guys. Gold's looking good. If we're going to do this, it'll be this low here. Manage here. Manage here. Full TP here. Minute left. Bitcoin's just flipped. Right then. Looks like this could be first trade of the stream. First live trade of the year. There we go. Got there in the end. Good. Right. 30 seconds left. It's pretty much done deal this, isn't it? TP 237 2735 2747 stop. Give it a bit more breathing room. Two seven four eight. Right, okay, we're in. Let's see how this goes. Oh my days, Bitcoin's completely reversed. Oh wait. Never mind. I thought it dropped even more. Right, so in terms of management, how are we going to go about this? So when we come here, what's it going to look like? We have a push straight down. And then what we'll do, we'll probably, if we push straight down, we'll have another fair value gap in between our entry. So we can just kind of move it above here. Okay. Then we do this. Then we'll move to break even. You know, then we do this. And we can take partials if we want to. Something like that. That's what I'm looking for. But either way, if it gets to half past, we're gonna have to start, you know, getting out of it a little bit. But let's journal this for now. Let's journal it. So, right. So it's 23rd. First 25. Gold. What's the bias? Bearish in it. Sell. 1.4. Need to change that. Oh, all right then. Got that nice consolidation here, so that's good, right? Trade reflections of minutes. We don't really need anything else yet. We'll see how this goes now. Let's let it play out. Let's just let it do it. Let it do its thing. There we go. Yeah, Bitcoin is pushing down, like. And GJ. And NQ. And ES. And EU. And GU. Everything's pushing down. We want to create a bearish fair value gap as quickly as possible here. That kind of gives us that bit of resistance there. So if we push down to this low over here, create a fair value gap on the way, that'll be beautiful. Give us a bit of resistance here. Oh wait, also, my stops isn't there, is it? It's all the way up here. Just before we get confused. 2748 was it? Yeah. Okay. That's where the alert is as well, yeah. So I'll just see. Right then. Just got to sit here now and watch this. Tell you what, whilst this is playing out, we're going to look at NQ and ES as well. I hate watching the trade. I hate sitting there watching it. I always fought to get out that habit when I used to trade on my own. But ever since I've been doing streams, I kind of just have to sit there and watch it. Right, so NQ, what's going on here? Took out this high. Okay. Respected this imbalance. We don't really need to look at that. We took out this high over here. Now we have to retrace back to this fair value gap over here. Don't need to look at that or this. So we're bearish here. Bearish on the 4 hour as well with that IFVG that we've formed. The 1 hour. Bearish as well. Although I'd say we would expect price to push a little bit deeper maybe. Let's see. No, that's alright. Price came into that 2 hour imbalance and bounced off of it. So it's bearish here. Then 15. Got a nice consolidation range. Look at the 5. No IFVGs. But this would have been a nice entry round about here. No IFVGs though. So do I have to check every time frame? Because I've been using the daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 15. Yeah, that's fine. I only check like different, like I use those exact time frames. I'll only check a different one, like the 2 hour, when there's back-to-back imbalances on the 1 hour or something like that. But And I used the 5 as well. But yeah, this would have been good, although there was no entry. But it's defo bearish here. Yeah, one sec, Ziad. Right, yeah. So I'd say NQ's defo bearish here with the 4 hour and stuff. Check the 15 on gold. It looks like it's bounced straight back up. What do you want us to check? The 1 min. Ah, you think this isn't going to work, don't you, Ziad? You're asking me why I'm shorting. We just took a high out here, Ziad, which means we're bearish. Got to retrace back to this and bounce, but there's 2. So maybe a bit further down towards this one. Come on, still got hope. First trade back, give us a win. Well, yeah, you think this isn't going to work, don't you, Ziad? Come on. Right, let's check GJ. Bouncing back up to this imbalance here. We took out this low over here. Right, so we took this low out. On our way to take the low, we formed an imbalance. Coming back into that imbalance. I think we can push deeper than that, though. I think we should push deeper than that. There we are. If we continue, we look to take out this low over here. Maybe even that red line there as well. But, you know, I want to take buys on this. Yeah. Took out the high though on the 1 min. Look, I'll show you. So the 1 min, what did it do here? So the 1 min inversed that fair value gap that you've seen, which is this one right here. Inverse that, which means it has to come out and take the high. Okay? It's just took the high, which means it then reverses back down. It's coming towards this imbalance here, which if this candle can keep pushing down, it will have disrespected, which means it has to then come to this low here. And from there, it can retrace back to an imbalance or something. So you were right. You were right. But it's kind of finished there because we took out the high. This looks nice. This looks nice. That's a 5 min with no top wick though, which is iffy. Bitcoin is fluttering. Look at that. Straight back up here. Let's see what gold can do. Got to take this low out. Could reverse from there. But it's got to come take this out first. And there's an imbalance right here, hopefully. If that closes in 3 seconds like this. So what might happen is this. No worries, mate. Looks like it's coming back to this imbalance sooner, but again, we've got that 5-min IFVG from before, which needs to play out to take out this low over here, this one. We got that 1-min as well, which needs to play out and take out this low. Although, to be fair, we took out this one here. Yeah, to be fair, we took out this one here, so that actually kind of makes sense. We retrace and come back down to this if we respect this imbalance, which might have happened already. But it's getting near Trump speech time. Remember, guys, start of the stream I said we want to be done by past. Yeah, do you remember that? So it's getting a little bit iffy, getting a little bit messy, a little bit volatile. You can see it in the price action, but we'll see how it goes. I think we're going to have to be a bit stricter with the analysis, with the entry, with the exit here. We'll see how it goes. See if we can get break even. If we can get break even soon, like logically break even, not just mental, like, you know, just moving because we want to be break even. If we can logically, based on the technicals, get to break even, we can hold the trade, see how it plays out. But we got to be a bit strict with our exit now. Very volatile here, heading into the first speech in half hour, 40 minutes. See, now if we disrespect this, we got to come out and take the high. Which isn't a good sign at all. We just disrespected both of these. So now it's looking like, if it's going to play out, it's going to be like this, just like messing. Which is not the best sign at all. Only thing putting me off this is that Trump speech, to be honest. This volatility. Just going sideways, isn't it? Because of that IFVG, we've got to come and take out that high now, really. I think if we do that, we'll have to start looking at managing. Now, closing here is a bit stupid. We'll have to, like, we got that gap now there as well. That's a mess, but right, it's getting a bit complicated here. Okay, you need to stay focused because there's lots of imbalances and stuff forming. And got this 1 minute here. Okay, now if we come up and take this high out, then we would expect price to come back here. And then if we look like we're going to respect it, we get out the trade. Okay. If we look like we're disrespecting it, we can hold. But it's not played out how I wanted it to play out. Probably because of the speech as well, to be honest with you. But we've got to come up and take that high. Just got to sit and watch. There we are. Looks like it might be coming up to take that high out now, which is then when we'd expect it to retrace to the imbalance. From there, we look at managing the trade. I know. There is a yellow folder though. It's not too bad. Here we go. Are we moving now? Come on. Got a new low here as well. I'll get back to you in a minute, Marilyn. Let's just see what happens here. Now we got an imbalance here. If we disrespect this one, then we can look at getting out the trade, to be honest, simply just because of Trump. Let's see how this goes. If we disrespect this imbalance, we're going to get out the trade. Okay? But we're going to use it as a soft stop loss. We're not going to just hard close here. We're going to wait to see if price closes above it. So we're going to use it as a soft stop loss. If price closes above this imbalance, we're going to close the trade. That's a new half hour with no top wick. There we go. We've made that now. We had to come up and make that. Yeah, soft stop. So if it closes above here, I'm out. Look at that. Alright. That's annoying. That's probably us out there, guys. Let's see. There we are, yeah. Alright, well that's annoying. First live trade. Not off to the best start. Like 0.25% though. Not the worst. That Trump speech. Look at that price action. Thought we were going to continue this and move down nicely. But just started a consolidation. Absolute mess. Oh well. Got to finish journaling this, and then that's pretty much it. Right. Everything was right. It's just that PA was annoying. That price action was annoying. Very, very slow. You know, like it wasn't just we didn't get in the trade and then it just did this and we lost. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of those messy ones. Plus, like, I wouldn't usually have closed there. It's more the fact that there's a Trump speech in half an hour. And as I said at the start of the stream, we've got to kind of finish trading a half hour before that happens because we're just going to start bouncing around. I'm going to leave this on the chart though, and we'll see how it goes. But we'll come back tomorrow, catching a dub. We could take a re-entry after the speech is finished. But I think now that we invest that, we've got to come out and take the high over here. And that just sets us off on a bad foot, so got to leave it there. Call it quits. Unfortunately, 0.25%, something like that. Something ridiculous. That was about, what, 31. So, near enough. Just under a quarter. Right. It's that PA, though. The analysis was right. Everything was right. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like we ignored our plan or made any stupid mistakes. It's just that PA. So, nothing you can do there, guys. Just annoying. Right, so let's journal this. Let's journal this. Get it in the journal. So we closed at 2744. Right. So it was a loss minus about 0.25. Good analysis, good trade. You know, no mistakes. No mistakes. Just absolute mess of PA. So messy PA before Trump's speech. Closed early. What's this from? All right. Alright, okay. Closed early. What was it? Closed early. 1 min IFVG. Ranging since entry due to Trump speech 30 minutes later. Due to anticipation, we'll call it anticipation. So we didn't really make any mistakes in the technicals. Like, everything was perfect. Everything fit the plan. Just that PA. I thought we could catch a nice move before we started ranging. I knew we were going to, you know, I knew we were going to move, but we should have moved. And I knew we were going to consolidate. But I was hoping we could just catch that move before we consolidated. But we'll see how it goes. We just took that high out now, so we may retrace, but you can see that PA. This is not price action you want to get in. You know, like, there's two ways this can go. We either push up and go towards our stop loss, and then we get caught in a manipulation, and then that happens because of this accumulation. Or we push down, then reverse and distribute up because of the PA. But nice work, Joven. Appreciate it. Using the Marilyn, using the chart on display as an example, the bullish fair value gap. If the bullish fair value gap I do not understand your question, Marilyn. I'm really sorry. For instance, the red candle breaks through but close above the first candle. Is it this one? I think did you mean this one? I'm really sorry, I don't understand that question. Here we are, looks like that was a good idea. I'm going to put this back up where we thought it was going to go. Like, in terms of a stop loss. Around about here, wasn't it? I'm going to put it there, see what happens. But it looks like that was a loss avoided there. It's that PA, guys. Like, The technicals were correct. Everything here was correct. We had to come take out the low. We had to come take out this low. We had perfect entry. We had a bias. Everything was correct. Just that PA. Like, look at that. We didn't directly go to my stop loss. Do you know what I mean? So I wasn't like absolutely incorrect. We didn't go directly to take profit though either, did we? We just messed around. So you got to kind of get out of that. Especially when you pair it with that speech in 20 minutes. Can we check the US 100? All right. It's like specifically US 100. What do you just mean NQ? Unless they're not the same. I have no idea. Not gonna lie. Right, so US 100 took the high. Imbalance so far almost here. So bearish already. Where to? Bit of a tricky question. If we close like this, you can then look for price to target this imbalance. But we got 6 hours left and it's not closed, so we don't really know where we're going to retrace to on the daily, but the bias is defo bearish. 4 hour, same as NQ, really, isn't it? Bearish here. 1 hour. Or the 2 hour. Back into the 2 hour imbalance here. Looks like we're in the premium zone. If we close above this, then things might change, but got the 15. So it's bearish, right? And you could get a nice IFEG setup here if we get something like this. But it's definitely bearish. If you want to take a trade, wait for a fair value gap to form. So if we close like this in the next 1 minute and 15, you could then look for price to inverse this, then target the low. I don't know what the R would be on that, but it doesn't look like it would be the best. Gold pushing up. We could get a re-entry later, not gonna lie, because this is, you know, we push up and do that. That would be nice. I did say we might have to come back to this 1 hour fair value gap, but yeah. GJ, Bitcoin messing around, gold just messy as fuck, but we'll see how this goes. We could take a re-entry. I'm gonna leave this analysis. I'm gonna leave this chart here, like this trade tool. See how it played out. We could take a re-entry though. We could take a re-entry if we get something like this. After the speech though. After the speech. Have to be after the speech. But we'll see how it goes. We lost 0.25% on that. First red day. First live trade of the year. First loss of the year, really. I will let you know. If you want to know if I re-enter, join the free Discord. If I do re-enter, that's where I'll show you. Free Discord, one of the first links in the description, I think. Check that out. Join that if you haven't already. I'm not 100% sure what the speech from Trump's about. It's the world. It's WEF. So it's a broad range of subjects. So we don't really know. It might be about Bitcoin. It might be about Bitcoin. That reserve that we was talking about. It could be about that. I'm not too sure. But if this candle closes like this and we get this fair value gap, you could look at taking the re-entry. If we do something like this. Re-enter. Catch that move down. If you want to catch the re-entry, if there is one, join the free Discord. If we're going to re-enter, that's where we're going to discuss it, okay, guys? In the free Discord, which is one of the links in the description. But looks like we would have got stopped out there, so I'm happy we avoided that. I didn't see that. Buying Greenland with Bitcoin. He wants to buy Canada as well, doesn't he? He'll buy it with Trump coin. Let's see how this goes, guys. Honestly, though, we're not gonna trade from now until like 4:30 at the latest, or the earliest. Sorry. It's not worth it. Got that speech. We don't know what he's gonna say. Like maybe on GJ, maybe if we had a really good setup, but on gold, not really. Bitcoin, nah. You don't know what he's gonna say. He could just say anything, and it just messes up completely. So. Yeah, if we catch a re-entry, we will talk about it in the free Discord. So if you want to catch the re-entry, join the free Discord. Unfortunately, we took a 0.25% loss there. Not the best, but is what it is. We're back. We had no mistakes. That's the main thing. And yeah, like, not much else to talk about now. We didn't make any mistakes. That's the main thing. We followed the plan. We lost a 0.25%. You know, and that was a good move, I guess. A good move. But we can take a re-entry just because of how this analysis looks. If we close below here, we could take a re-entry, but then it's a bit too close to the Trump speech. So, you know, do that at your own risk. But that's all from me. Hopefully we can come back tomorrow, you know, and catch a nice move at some point. But yeah, we're back to it. You know, I've been back trading for 2 days, so might be a little bit rusty. But we did what we had to do, you know. Not everything fit our plan here. The PA just went against us after our entry. Unfortunate, but it happens. We got that Trump speech in 15 minutes, so be really, really careful about that. If you want to track the speech, you know exactly where to go. Financialjuice.com. I'm not affiliated with them. They're not paying me. You know, I'm not with them. Whatever. That's just the place to go because Forex Factory doesn't say anything. So use Financial Juice and you'll track the speeches. Okay, you'll see exactly what he's saying as he's saying it. And you only want to trade like 20, 30 minutes after the last announcement on here to do with this speech. Other than that, that's me done though, guys. I've got nothing else to share now. Looks like we avoided a full loss there, which is alright. We come back tomorrow. We kill the markets if we can get a decent setup. It's been a bit rusty, been a bit, you know, I don't know, choppy the past few days. Not the best PA. A lot of people were telling us we were going to get good PA this week. But, you know, it's the first full week. It's the first proper week of Trump, so we'll see how it goes. But we'll see how it goes. Live, as always, tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. GMT. Look out for the market outlook tonight, telling you the bias because you literally see the entire process. You see the bias before, the entry, and the journal, and the trade playing out in front of you. The whole thing. If you want to catch the re-entry after the Trump speech, join the free Discord. If you want to get updates on the Trump speech, join the free Discord. But other than that, I've got nothing else to share, guys. That's me sorted. We come back tomorrow and we try again. Exactly, Emma. Win or lose, we learn. Just that PA, you know, you got to know when to navigate that and when to get out. We made the right call here, so that's a win in my book. Thanks, Marilyn. But take care, guys. I'll catch you all tomorrow at the same time, the same place. Have a good rest of your day. Don't do anything stupid. You know, trade logically. Journal all the trades. Be careful of the Trump speech. If you want to catch the re-entry, join the free Discord. But other than that, guys, I'm done. Nothing else to share. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.